taking care of others. It's who we are. It's what we do. And what we love. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been here. For the expected and the unexpected moments in life. As one of the region's largest employers, we're investing in our communities through donated services and charitable contributions. We're investing in our people, technologies, and facilities, so better care is more convenient and available to everyone, right here, close to you and the things that matter most. From maternity through maturity, from pediatrics to primary care, we're making a difference by improving life and health in our communities we love. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Hey there, how's your day going?
Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on, and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses, and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome, Lander and all soccer fans, to continuing coverage of the 3A state tournament out here in Green River, with the soccer balls flowing around the Green River Middle School, also known as Lincoln Middle School, with the Lander Lady Tigers looking to try and get a win against Douglas, the 2 seed, as Lander came into this state tournament as the 3 seed from the West. I am Shawn O'Brate, your YO Today sports director. And we just got done calling the Lander boys' loss to the number 1 seeded Worland team. Worland putting the hurt on them 4-0. Lander, in a very physical game, fell. Another shutout loss. Most of Lander's losses this year has come from shutout losses, and they continued that today. They were trying hard. That first half, they went down 2-0 early and had a couple opportunities late in the first half, and they really dominated the last 10, 15 minutes of the boys' game of the first half, and then in that second half came out firing on all cylinders. But Worland took it from them when they were getting fast on offense, and they turned it around and stabbed them in the back with their own offensive mindset, trying to get set up in the attacking third. Worland got out there, got their third goal, and it was just off to the races from there. So Worland beaten Lander, and Lander will now play at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And they will play Buffalo, as that game a win and continue, and lose and you're out game. Lander could be looking at a Friday night dinner at their own homes back in Lander, but they don't want to do that. and neither do the girls here, as the girls come in as the 3 seed, finishing the season 8-5, and thank goodness they beat Mountain View right at the very end of the season, as that would have put them in a tie ranking-wise or record-wise. Lander 8-5 on the season. They did tie Powell, but Powell won with the tiebreaker there. And, of course, Cody winning everything again, going 14-0 in the 3A West. So they will take on the Douglas Lady Bearcats, who have had a lot of big games this year. They come into this matchup here 10-2, with some of their wins looking like a 10-0 win over Torrington. They had a couple 5-0 wins, one over Rollins, and then they had a 7-1 win just last week against Newcastle. So this team knows how to put up points, but Lander does as well, and they've had their fair share of good games this year, especially on the road. So that is going to be something that hopefully they can continue, especially being a road game here technically in Green River. Last time they were here, they beat Green River 3-2, the same score they lost to Green River by at home, and that was part of a 5-0 run that concluded with Pinedale, and then Cody beat them before they beat Mountain View 5-0. So that's how they were able to climb the ranks really well. They started off 2-1, losing to Jackson, and then they fell to Cody. And after that, it was a little back and forth. But once they played Pinedale on April 25th, everything started to click after that. They had an 8-0 win, another 8-0 win. They had an 8-0 win and then a 5-0 win, 3-2. And then Cody came knocking, but Mountain View ending on a good note against the Lady Buffs. So they played Douglas today, and Douglas is no slouch. And I am ready to see what the Lander Lady Tigers come out here with. We talked with Coach Getz during halftime of the boys game. If you want to listen to that, you can go back. Just back out of this WYO Today on YouTube stream. Go to Lander Valley Soccer versus Warland. Should be right before this on our YouTube page, and you can listen to it at the halftime show there. He does say that the girls going to be load managing Annabelle a little bit, same with Georgia, and that means that they're going to have to find some defense in the midfield from other players here. They have the players for sure. They're just going to have to utilize them better than they did in the games without Annabelle earlier this season. Both of those games ending in losses, and they're going to have to find something here. Annabelle is not going to be their only savior. Delaney Sullivan can score and score quickly. We've seen her score back-to-back goals within minutes of each other multiple times. But that does not mean Delaney's the only scorer. Blue Blackburn has really come into her own. She scored quite a bit of goals this year. I actually have all the goals here. She scored 6 as a freshman. Georgia Chance, the other freshman, with 5 on the season, 4 assists. Oh, yeah, Blue has 6 assists as well. She has really found the right footing this year. No one has more than Delaney Sullivan, though, 19 on the season, including 3 hat tricks and a 4-goal game. And she's going to have to pull that out again today. Same with Aislinn Donahue. She's had 5 shutouts this season. She would love to continue that against Douglas to start off the state tournament. Little forewarning, I hope we don't have to have this happen. I don't want to broadcast jinx anyone here, but if the girls were to fall here against Douglas, they would also play at 9 a.m., and we would have to decide between which game you want us to call. I would consider the Lander girls a little bit more favorites, not only because they're ranked higher, but because they have been in the state championship the last 2 years, beating Cody 2 years ago and falling to Cody last year. So there's going to be some conversations had if the girls don't make it out of here. But right now, just watching them practice, they seem locked in. So we will be right back with the rest of our Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show. We're about 12 and a half minutes away from kickoff here on WYO Today's YouTube page.
First, treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union, Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now. When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes them one of the largest gyms open to the public in Wyoming. Be the best version of yourself with state-of-the-art equipment from senior to strongman. Take advantage of having a bistro on site as well as a certified NASM personal trainer. Take the first step in reaching your goals. Gotchi Gym. Gotchi Rehabilitation is always looking for new team members. See more at gotchi.org. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, and in advanced medical technologies, so access to better care is closer to home.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage of 3A state soccer tournament. We also have the 4A state tournament happening right now up in Rock Springs as the Lady Wolverines of Riverton look to get back on the right path. They were winning all year and just have had a terrible end to their season, and they are also on Wild Today's YouTube page as well. You can, if you're looking for the Riverton one, you can back out and go back. It should be under Riverton versus East, I believe, is who they're playing, Cheyenne East. And let's look over in the 4A before we get into this 3A tournament here. Riverton boys did not make the cut. The girls, on the other hand, did. Let me get the right papers here. And Riverton plays against Cheyenne East today. Thunder Basin came out with a come from behind victory. The number 1 seed overall had to really battle to beat Natrona County. So Riverton tomorrow, if they win, would play the winner of the Laramie-Kelly Walsh game, which I just had open on my phone. Kelly Walsh won over Laramie, 1-0. So now it's up to Riverton. They want to play Kelly Walsh again. They do not want to play Laramie. Kelly Walsh gave them some fits, though, at home late in the season. So we'll see how that ends up working in their favor or not in their favor. Who knows? And now we're back onto this game, the Douglas girls versus the Lander girls. And our Lander Journal keys to the game brought to you by, of course, the Lander Journal newspaper. And you can start or continue your subscription today at 421 East Main Street in Riverton. That's to the Ranger, Lander Journal, or Wind River News newspapers, all of which available there, as well as Ranger Printers, who makes those nice little programs that we've had all year long for the Riverton soccer team. In this game, the girls are going to have to find some defense in the midfield. Again, Annabelle Knockhazel playing on one knee. Georgia Chance is going to have surgery on her calves as soon as the games are over this weekend. So they're working with what they have, and they're going to have to do as much as they can with it. All 3 seniors, including Mason Morton, the junior, down in the captain's circle, figuring out the coin flip here with the refs against Douglas. Again, if you are watching this wondering where the film is, according to NFHS rules, we are not allowed to film unless we want to pay a ungodly amount of money, which we just don't have as a radio company. And I was just talking with my local radio up here. They don't have it either. NFHS charges, I guess, just a bit too much to be really affordable for the media companies bringing it to you. And with that, I don't know any other media groups here this weekend other than my local radio and us, as well as the Warland crew who is just over the radio. So we are bringing you a WyoToday.com special coverage of the 3A state tournament. Lander Valley in their black jerseys, green numbers with white trim, and the girls of Douglas in their white jerseys, blue numbers with red trim. Makes it almost impossible to read their numbers from the front. But the back is all good. So as they keep talking about their coin flip and their kickoff here, we'll get to the Lander Journal keys to the game for their defense as well. They're going to go up against a Douglas team that not only scored more points than them, but have a large roster filled with depth galore. There's only a few number 9s on here, meaning freshmen. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seniors, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 juniors, and I would imagine very many of them are going to see the field. So experience versus a little bit of inexperience here. With that said, Lander has made 2 straight state championships on this side of the division, and that means that they should not be looked down upon just because they only have 3 seniors, a lot of juniors, a lot of sophomores, and a good amount of freshmen. Doesn't mean that they are not going to be rocking out here today. As we get the national anthem here. No singing today. Last time we were in Green River, we had a beautiful singer, just a great voice, and the starting lineups are coming out here, so that means it's time for our Sutherland starting lineups, brought to you by Sutherland's Home Improvement Store in Riverton. For everything you need, whether it's the hammer, the nail, the wood, or anything in between, be sure to visit Sutherland's in Riverton off North Federal Boulevard. So starting at goalie, number 23, Peyton Yost. And then I'm going to go down in order of number there. Number 1, number 3, number 4, number 10, number 14, number 18, number 21, 22, and 31. And those names in order are Tatum Moore, a junior, Bailey White, a sophomore, Callie Dahl, a sophomore, and Brooke Wright, a senior, Kale Starkey, a sophomore, Avon Yost, a freshman, Molly Parker, a sophomore, Macy Engel, a sophomore, Peyton Yost, the goalie, a junior, and Avery Hill, a sophomore. So all those seniors I mentioned earlier, only one of them starting here. And as for Lander here, let's get the lineup as I look at it here. Aislinn Donahue, Tinley Reisig, Anna Nielsen, Addie Weston, Mason Morton, Annabelle Knockhazel, Gilly Wheeler, Blue Blackburn, Allie Atnip, Delaney Sullivan, and Georgia Chance. Aislinn Donahue in the box this year has been fantastic. Only 2 games that she herself is not proud of, and that was a 6-goal victory for Green River at home. Or was it against Green River? I believe that was actually against someone else here. We'll double check that in a minute. But yeah, that was against Green River, 6-5. They lost to Powell the next day, 3-2. That was just a rough couple days there for Lander. Now Lander is going to get the ball first here, and Delaney Sullivan is going to start off at the center circle, and we are about ready to continue our 3A state coverage. I want to say thanks to Hampton Inn and Suites by Hampton. Remember, if you're staying in Riverton or anywhere around Wyoming or the country, first place you should check on rooms is Hampton Inn and Suites by Hilton. Waiting on the clock here from the team. We have a lot of Lander fans showing up today. I can tell a couple Lander Legends players, a couple parents, obviously, and fans galore. We had grandparents from Washington come up and say thank you for streaming all year long. I just want to say it's my pleasure. I do this not so much for the money, but more or less for the fun and the experience, as right off the bat, Sullivan kicks it back to Georgia Chance. Georgia gets it back to Tinley, now back to Georgia on the near side. She's battling against number 19. We're going to get some names messed up here. And I missed number 19. Instead of 18 and Avon Yost, it was Macy Pyle, a sophomore, so that's where I messed up. My apologies. And Pyle gets the inbound after she watched Georgia Chance kick it out. Now Addie Weston battles with number 22, Macy Engel, in the defending third for Lander, and it gets kicked all the way out of bounds right to the ref, and it's going to be Douglas Ball right in the middle of their attacking third. She throws it in. Addie Weston gets right in front of it, kicks it right back out, and now they're almost down by the far side corner. And a little dangerous here to start off as Douglas is going to throw it in from right at the edge of the end zone. She throws it up high. Something happened as far as... What happened here? We have a stopped clock, and both teams are moving to the sidelines. Oh, I think I see rain. I think they're calling this a little bit early here. Rain coming in from my left. And it looks like it's just going to be brief as there is sunshine on the other side of these clouds. Let me double check that that is the case here. I want to make sure I'm not wrong. We'll be right back on Wild Today's YouTube page.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Wild-Glass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. Wild-Glass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. Wild-Glass is Lander.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Welcome back. The clock was stopped 50 seconds into this game because we saw some lightning. And that means that we have an automatic 30-minute buffer here. I'm not prepared for 30 minutes worth of content here, so I'm going to go ahead and let some ads run. We're going to come back intermittently, maybe every 5-10 minutes. If you are watching, keep your stream up. I will not cancel the stream. We'll just have a much longer stream than normal. Anytime they see another lightning bolt, it will be an extra 30 minutes from that moment. So right now, we are just watching some fans get under some coverage and shelter, and we will be back as we have to kind of do that with them. So don't go anywhere. Wild Today's YouTube stream of this Lander Valley Lady Tigers 3A state tournament game will continue as soon as the lightning is kind of dealt with here. We'll be back.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
The Stock Dock is proud to serve all of Fremont County and surrounding areas. They are dedicated to providing the highest level of veterinary medicine along with friendly and compassionate service. They service all pets of shapes and sizes between dogs and cows and cats and horses. They treat your animal like it's their own. The Stock Dock.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the field to the court to the pool and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
If you're tired of paying ridiculously high gas prices, there is a solution that can save you a bunch of money. In fact, it won't cost you a cent. How do you do that? Take the Blue Bus. WRTA bus lines will get you around the county for free. That's right, free, no charge. It doesn't get cheaper than free. Go to WRTAbuslines.com and download the schedule, or look for a schedule in the Ranger, Lander Journal, or Wind River News. WRTA Bus Lines, proud to serve Fremont County.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Some say healthcare is a calling. Taking care of others. It's who we are. It's what we do. And what we love. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been here. For the expected and the unexpected moments in life. As one of the region's largest employers, we're investing in our communities through donated services and charitable contributions. We're investing in our people, technologies, and facilities, so better care is more convenient and available to everyone, right here, close to you and the things that matter most. From maternity through maturity, from pediatrics to primary care, we're making a difference by improving life and health in our communities we love. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Hey there, how's your day going? Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now. When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes them one of the largest gyms open to the public in Wyoming. Be the best version of yourself with state-of-the-art equipment from senior to strongman. Take advantage of having a bistro on site as well as a certified NASM personal trainer. Take the first step in reaching your goals. Gotchi Gym. Gotchi Rehabilitation is always looking for new team members. See more at gotchi.org. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Welcome back. We are still in the middle of a lightning delay. Instead of shutting down the stream and starting up again, we're just going to keep it here. So I appreciate everyone keeping their ears to our stream. And if you cannot make it to Green River, I don't blame you. It was quite a bit of a drive. And they will be playing hopefully within the next 20 minutes. I don't know if we got a second lightning strike or not. All of the refs have gone down to the hospitality room. So we'll find out here shortly. And whenever anybody comes back out on the field, even if it's just a ref to look at the weather, we will be back. So thank you for sticking with. We'll be back whenever there's someone on the field, maybe in about 5-10 minutes, just to give a quick briefing. So thank you for sticking with us. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors again.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, and in advanced medical technologies, so access to better care is closer to home.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Wyoglass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. Wyoglass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. Wyoglass is Lander.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
The Stock Dock is proud to serve all of Fremont County and surrounding areas. They are dedicated to providing the highest level of veterinarian medicine along with friendly and compassionate service. They service all pets of shapes and sizes between dogs and cows and cats and horses. They treat your animal like it's their own. The Stock Dock.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the field, to the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
If you're tired of paying ridiculously high gas prices, there is a solution that can save you a bunch of money. In fact, it won't cost you a cent. How do you do that? Take the Blue Bus. WRTA bus lines will get you around the county for free. That's right, free, no charge. It doesn't get cheaper than free. Go to WRTAbuslines.com and download the schedule, or look for a schedule in the Ranger, Lander Journal, or Wind River News. WRTA Bus Lines, proud to serve Fremont County.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Some say healthcare is a calling. Taking care of others. It's who we are. It's what we do. And what we love. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been here. For the expected and the unexpected moments in life. As one of the region's largest employers, we're investing in our communities through donated services and charitable contributions. We're investing in our people, technologies, and facilities, so better care is more convenient and available to everyone, right here, close to you and the things that matter most. From maternity through maturity, from pediatrics to primary care, we're making a difference by improving life and health in our communities we love. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Hey there, how's your day going? Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Welcome back. The teams have returned to the field. We're going to give them 5-10 minutes to warm up, and we will be back with some action here on WYO Today's YouTube page. I will be back as well, and we will be getting this game back underway.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now. When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes them one of the largest gyms open to the public in Wyoming. Be the best version of yourself with state-of-the-art equipment from senior to strongman. Take advantage of having a bistro on site as well as a certified NASM personal trainer. Take the first step in reaching your goals. Gotchi Gym. Gotchi Rehabilitation is always looking for new team members. See more at gotchi.org. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, and in advanced medical technologies, so access to better care is closer to home.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Wyoglass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. Wyoglass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. Wyoglass is Lander.
And welcome back. Yes, Wyoglass is Lander. They've helped out a lot of Lander citizens, and we appreciate them being a main sponsor for our Lander athletics. Not only soccer here, but Lander Lobos baseball, Lander Tigers football, and of course the Lander Tigers and Lady Tigers basketball. Some of those names you might see on the basketball court are also out here, names like Georgia Chance, and she is going to be working this weekend on likely the last weekend with these legs the way they are. Her mom has said she's had ideas of getting surgery both before this season and now after how well the Lady Tigers have done and how well she's done, it's going to be postseason that she gets the surgery on her calves. So we're going to keep a close eye on her as well as Annabelle Knockhazel and her one knee as we are 90 seconds away from play resuming here after I didn't clock whenever the lightning bolt first hit over there to the east. Or I'm sorry, from the west. It was moving east, and I didn't clock when that was, but we have had pretty long stream here, an hour and 14 minutes, and we're only 50 seconds into this game. So we're going to get back to it, and we're going to really hope that Lander has had some time to think about their game plan. Right at the beginning of that game, Douglas was already moving down the field. They were in the corner, and I don't know if that's where they're going to bring the ball back. Because when the Thunderbolt was seen, they were in the far side by the corner, and they were about to throw in a ball, and that does seem to be where they are going to resume here. So let's get our clock and everything all set up. Lander Valley and Douglas Lady Bearcats keeping their games together, and that gave the Douglas boys some time to get ready from their game and head on up here as the Douglas boys play today at 4 p.m. against Powell. Douglas, the 4 seed, Powell, the other 1 seed, the Powell being the 1 seed from the west, and Warland, the team that beat Lander Valley, the 1 seed from the east. So now we are about getting ready to back into this game, and it is going to be over there on the far side corner. It's going to be a throw-in from Douglas. The ball goes high and kicked back away from Lander, and now number 11 tries to kick it and goes right to the back of Delaney Sullivan from the goal box, and then Douglas gets it anyway. They try and cross, and it gets past Aislinn Donahue and kicked into the side of the goal by Douglas, and that was close as Aislinn tried to jump down on it with her knees hitting the ground first, and that led to Douglas having a good look. Now Mason Morton going to take the goal kick from the middle of the E and the S in Wolves. Lander again moving left to right on your radio dial, wearing their black jerseys, green numbers. And Douglas moving right to left, wearing their white jerseys, blue numbers. And that goal kick ended up with a whistle against Lander, so we're going to get a free kick by Mason Morton. So second kick in 10 seconds here. This one from the 40-yard line of Lander. She kicks it deep, and it gets kicked up in the air by Douglas, blocked away, and it was going towards Knockhazel. Now Nielsen steals it in the middle, in the attacking third. Georgia Chance goes up towards it, and she just takes the shot with the right foot and goes way right. And that was off of a ricochet from Nielsen's shot. Douglas was good at getting the defense started there, but Georgia just slipped right by him, had a somewhat open look at the goal from the right side of the box, and just couldn't curve it in there. So now 23 Peyton Yost going to goal kick it, the goalie from the V. She kicks it low over in the area of Blue Blackburn. It goes off the foot of Douglas, and it goes right out of bounds. So Blue Blackburn gets the ball and is going to go to the far side touch line. She throws it in, or someone throws it in too. I can't see that number. It might be Tenley. And then it goes out of bounds out the back of the goal line. It must have gone off of Lander as they are all starting to move back. I'm right in the middle of the window here, so I'm just trying to make sure I get a good view of everything. Good thing we don't need a camera today, because that is exactly where the camera would probably get blocked off. So we're going to get another goal kick here, 37-10 to go in this 3A state matchup between Lander and Douglas. And the Douglas goalie lines it up between the V and the E, and she kicks it far across the field. And there was one Douglas player ready for it as she moved onto that far side touchline. And that was number 18, Avon Yost. Or is that 19? Because I messed up her number earlier. Either way, Lander steals it. They try and get it up. Delaney stops it, pushes up to the middle. Annabelle had already turned around to try and play the defense and get the ball. And so when that pass was coming at her, it just went over her head, and it went out the back of the goal line. So we're going to get another goal kick here by the Douglas goalie. And doing two jobs at once here as they're still lining up this goal kick between the W and the O of Wolves on the right side. And the kick is high and towards the middle. It goes over Addie Weston, and it gets kicked away by Yost. And now Yost kicks it nicely up to Brooke Wright at the halfway line, blocked up by Anna Nielsen. She has to turn around, jump towards the center circle. She tries to pass, can't get the pass to Kale Starkey, stolen away by Knockhazel. Now she's moving towards the near side touchline. She stops and puts a ball right between two players and then under the legs of Starkey, but Starkey turns around, gets it, and then she pulls Knockhazel to the ground as they were both attempting to try and get the ball before it goes out of bounds. And they're going to call a whistle on Knockhazel as it kind of looked like they both just tangled into each other. So number 4 now, Callie Dahl, going to kick this from the near side. On that free kick, it looked like it hit the hand of Kale Starkey, but they didn't call that. And it's stolen away right as it enters the attacking third for Douglas. Kicked up towards the center circle. Knockhazel ends up having it near the near side, and she just accidentally put a foot on it too hard. It goes past her, and then stolen away by Georgia Chance as Douglas was trying to get upfield. Douglas with a great pass up to Knockhazel. Can Knockhazel catch it? No, she can't. It's going to go out the back of the goal line. And that was where Lander had an opportunity. Knockhazel was not offsides, and she could just stop and go. She could have possibly gotten that cross, and we could be looking at a better score for Lander. But 0-0 it remains. 34-40 is the exact time on the board. I'm about 2 seconds behind. Goal kick from the goalie in between the V and the E. She kicks it near us on the near side. Georgia Chance heads it off and heads it right into Callie Dahl's lap. She kicks it up, and it goes off of Georgia Chance's chest out of bounds. And where they marked this is going to be very difficult. Yes, so they were looking like they were moving past the halfway line, but instead Dahl is going to throw it in from the halfway line over the head of Chance, and then Mason Morton clears it and kicks it deep, and that's going to go right into the goal box from about 70 yards away. So now a drop kick incoming, or a throw, depending on what Peyton Yost wants to do with it here. She just ends up drop kicking it, and it goes right at the halfway line on the outside of the center circle on the far side, headed away by Weston right to Knockhazel, who kicks it high, and it hits the head of Callie Dahl, but no one stops moving. Now Georgia Chance and Kale Starkey fighting for the ball. Georgia won it first, and then Callie Dahl came up to help, and she kicks it out of bounds on the near side touchline. So right in the middle of the attacking third, Knockhazel is going to throw it in, and that ball that hit Dahl in the face has caused some blood. So we're going to get stoppage here with 33:29 to go, and Dahl is going to be replaced by junior Olivia Penfield. We are still waiting on the near side for Knockhazel to throw it in, and there's the whistle. She throws it in past Georgia Chance and right into the hands of the goalie. And we do have a score update from Riverton. It's 1-0 Cheyenne East, and from my contacts up there, it's the thunderstorm that hit here is now in Rock Springs, so they're in a TV timeout as well. Nielsen gets it off the goal kick and then gets it over to Tinley Reisig, who just kicks it a little hard on the near side, goes out of bounds. It's going to be Penfield throwing it in from the Douglas 35, and she throws it in right past Georgia Chance, who put a leg up, just couldn't connect on it. Now Bailey Wright with a high pass across the field over to her Douglas teammate. I can't see a number there, but she moves it up to 22. That's Macy Engel. Engel and Gilly Wheeler fighting for it, and it looks like a shove by Gilly is going to get the whistle, and that means a free kick here from Bailey Wright from the 25-yard line, so just about 35 yards. Is she going to try and take this into the goal over the line of 4 Lady Tigers? She is, and it's going to go left of the goal. No harm, no foul there as that goes out the back of the goal line. Got 2 sleeping babies in my press box, so doing well. And the nosebleed has been solved. Callie Dahl out there again. Olivia Penfield comes back out. Goal kick from Mason Morton from the bottom right of the W. And it goes a little low, goes past a couple players, goes past everybody now as Delaney Sullivan couldn't get a head on it. And it goes all the way down to the other goalie, who just kicks it clear and all the way back into the attacking third for Douglas. Hugging this near side touchline. I thought it was going to go out of bounds. It's not. It's Macy Pyle who gets past Tinley Reisig, and it has to be Mason Morton that stops it in the goal box. She kicks it out, and I think this is going to be a corner kick. No, it's going to be a throw-in as it was just right by the corner. The throw-in going to come from Kale Starkey right at the edge of the end zone on the near side touchline. Again, Douglas moving right to left, so they're moving on our left. They throw it in right to Georgia Chance, who heads it up right back to Starkey. Starkey kicks it high, and now a high kick by Morton, and lands right behind Knockhazel. Waiting for it, though, was Brooke Wright, and she heads it. Nielsen almost stole it, but Bailey Wright gets it back, pushes it towards the middle of the goal box, and then Gilly Wheeler ends up kicking it out. Now, finally, Addie Weston, with a good leg, clears it out to Knockhazel into the middle third before Douglas ends up kicking it back into the attacking third. Kicked away by Wheeler, though. Now Nielsen has it with some room. on that far side away from the center circle. She gets it up to Delaney Sullivan. Sullivan with a little quick pitch up on that far side touchline to Blue Blackburn, who now has it, and she has 3 white jerseys in front of her. She stops, gives it back to Sullivan. Sullivan on the edge of the goal box in the left corner, gets it up to Knockhazel. Knockhazel put a foot on it in the middle of the goal box, but it was kicked clean by Douglas towards this near side, and they end up kicking it up, and Georgia Chance playing good defense. Douglas kicks it right out of bounds, so they're still in the attacking third, right at the 20-yard line in front of the Lander bench. It's going to be Knockhazel throwing it in with just over 30 minutes left in the first half. She throws it past Georgia Chance, and it gets chested by Dahl. Dahl then gets it back to Georgia. Georgia back and forth, tries to kick a goal, kicks it off the chest. Now Sullivan has it. She's going to cross, and it goes into the legs of a Douglas player, and then Knockhazel with a long windup kicks it a little bit high and right of the goal, and that was probably the best look so far in these first 10 minutes of the game for Lander. Knockhazel had a good look right there. Sullivan had a good look as well. She just had to get around 2 players, and that took her out of position. So now the goal kick incoming from right in the middle on the L. And she kicks it high right around the 40-yard line and goes over the chest of Georgia Chance. And Mason Morton shoulders it right to a Douglas player in the middle third. Now they cross the halfway line, and Georgia Chance able to get a good shove on Brooke Wright and pushes it out of bounds. So now Tinley Reisig going to throw it in from the Lander 45. Throws it in off the head of Georgia. Went over her head, actually, so didn't even touch it. And now out of bounds. Georgia couldn't stop the push either. She was getting physical as well, as the Lander boys have arrived to try and help cheer on their teammates. Their cohorts here, they're all out of their Lander jerseys, and they all have what looks like Sarku, Japan. So they went and got some food. And now Delaney Sullivan has it in the far left wing as a pass went a little bit too long past her. And that was Blue Blackburn, I'm sorry. Went a little bit too far past Blue Blackburn, and she was running up on it but could not finish. So it seems like the 15th goal kick for Peyton Yost. Yost from the bottom of the W on the right side of the field, according to us. She kicks it, and this one a little bit lower again. Off the foot of Blue Blackburn, kicks it high. Weston and another player tried to jump for it, ends up getting kicked away and towards the middle of the pitch, and now it's going back to the halfway line, and that's where Allie Atnip was. She clears it, and Delaney Sullivan in between 3 players shoulders it to Blue Blackburn. Blue Blackburn gets past one player, takes the shot. Oh, right into the waiting lap and waiting arms of Peyton Yost on the left side of the goal. Boy, Blue Blackburn got a perfect pass. She drop kicks it, does Peyton Yost, and she kicks it right in the middle of the center circle where Mason Morton kicks it right back. Now Nielsen has it. She's entering the attacking third. A little mess up there by Callie Dahl trying to kick it away. She just hits off the side of her foot, and now it's a little back and forth between Douglas and Lander. Douglas ends up with it in the center circle, though. Now they're moving forward. And the lead that Douglas put on for number 19, Macy Pyle, was a good lead. Tinley Reisig was about to catch up to it, and when she turned around and saw a white jersey, she just kicked it out of bounds. So right here at the edge of the attacking third for Douglas, it's Pyle throwing it in, and she's waiting for a sub. I didn't see who came in, but number 18, Avon Yost, coming out. Pyle throws it in right at the 15-yard line. Sorry, Mason Morton tries to knee it out, and then Weston tries to kick it. They both kind of whiffed, and now Blue Blackburn in the middle of a scrum gets kicked out. Number 7, Maddie Pexton has it on the far side. She was moving, and she knocks down Blue Blackburn, so a lot of different jerseys hitting the ground. No one called for anything, no whistles either. The ball just goes out of bounds off of Lander around the 25. So now the throw-in from them, good box out by Nielsen. They get it up to Weston. Weston passes it back out to Nielsen, and no one was waiting for it. Nielsen ran past it, and Tinley Reisig was the nearest one. Now Gilly Wheeler and Lily Moore. I'm sorry, that's just Lily Moore. She was the only one near it. After a while, she had to stop, and in the attacking third, Douglas moving around with some purpose. A long cross for number 22, Macy Engel, goes out the back of the goal line, and that's going to be a goal kick, and Lander kind of got away with a little bit of luck there. There was no communication between Nielsen and her teammate that was passing a triangle pass in the middle of their defending third. Nielsen just kept running, and there was 2 Douglas players that took advantage of that. So now the goal kick by Morton goes to Delaney Sullivan at the 45. She stops it and puts it on under her heel. I apologize. gets it up. Now Knockhazel has it. She gives a big lead for Tinley Reisig, that looks like, and it goes kicked out of bounds by number 4, Callie Dahl. The throw-in was immediate from Lily Moore to Knockhazel from the near side, and then Douglas stole it away, and now they're running up the near side touchline. They ran into Anna Nielsen, though, and kicked out of bounds, and I think they were hoping that Nielsen would try and lunge at it. She didn't, so it's going to be a throw-in here from Lander after we get some subs. 15, Olivia Penfield coming in for the captain, Douglas's Brooke Wright, a senior. Georgia Chance coming in, and Lily Moore coming out. Georgia Chance, a great defender, but we have to load manage with her legs. And the throw-in actually goes to Douglas, and then they kick it high up and headed away by Weston. Sullivan now has it. A nice pass up the near side touchline to Knockhazel, who tries to pass it back, and then it gets kicked away by Molly Parker. And we're going to have a bunch of throw-ins on this near side today, it looks like, as Knockhazel throws it right in front of Sullivan, and then she gets a big shove. No call. No call, I guess, as Delaney Sullivan took a shoulder and hit the dirt hard, and you can hear the Lander fans begging. That was in the penalty box. That would have been a penalty kick. Sullivan getting up a little slow. She's now in the very back end of the field as the ball goes into the center circle off the goal kick. Mason Morton kicks it off of Douglas. It's going to go out of bounds and right around halfway line. Still surprising. I mean, there's some blatant hits. That wasn't as blatant as you would want a yellow card, but it was enough to definitely get a whistle. And now a shoulder into the chest of Georgia Chance. Again, no whistle. And Callie Dahl with that shoulder, but it goes out of bounds, so Knockhazel going to throw it in right in the middle of the attacking third. Chance gets it. Little bully ball between her and a Douglas player, and no way they're going to call that on Georgia Chance. They locked legs, no one fell, and they're going to call that on Georgia. So, wow, Douglas getting the benefit of the calls here. Free kick from right around the 15-yard line, and she just kicks it right out of bounds. I don't think she was expecting with the left foot to get as much wind underneath it, and the throw-in immediately from Knockhazel goes off the head of Kale Starkey. Starkey heads it out, and again, we're just going to throw in, and this is right where the last issue had. The throw-in goes above Georgia Chance now, and Georgia almost gets it back. Douglas just kicks it right out of bounds again. 3 straight throw-ins here for Knockhazel, nothing coming from them in the last 3 minutes. The throw-in this time goes into the chest of Dahl, and Dahl, Georgia Chance ran a little slow at it and couldn't get to it. Now Douglas has it. They're moving into the middle third, but stolen away by Reisig. She gets it up to Knockhazel, who tried to pass it up to Georgia. Georgia looks gassed. I don't know if Georgia's feeling all right, but she is not moving at 100% as the ball is now in the attacking third for Douglas. Mason Morton stops, kicks out of bounds, and right around the 25-yard line, it's going to be Macy Pyle throwing it in. She throws it into Starkey right around the 35-yard line. Coming up behind her is Knockhazel for the steal. She ends up just getting her to push it back all the way to Dahl, and now Dahl, a high cross kick into the middle of the pitch, and it ends up in the feet of Maddie Pexton. Pexton going up against Atnip. Atnip kicks it, almost goes out of bounds, and now they're a little shoving and pushing, and it goes out of bounds. They're saying Allie Atnip last touched it. So it's going to be Pexton throwing it in from right outside the end zone on the left side of the field, according to us. And the throw-in goes right towards Weston, and she just kicks it right back out of bounds. They move about 2 more yards into the attacking third. Now they throw it back out of the goal box on the right wing, far side, and just a long kick from Douglas goes out of bounds out the back of the goal line. See if I can get a special halftime show guest. I see a couple different players from previous teams that are here, and maybe we can pull one up here just for the CWC halftime show as Morton has a goal kick from the E of Wolves, goes all the way down to the center circle and shipped away by Douglas's number 31, Avery Hill. She kicks it up towards that far side touchline. Weston has it now. Weston gets bombarded by 2 white jerseys, but she gets it up to Sullivan. Sullivan, a little light kick to Blue, and it was too light. Douglas got to it, but Sullivan gets it back, and now it's pitched into the middle of the field. Knockhazel has it. Knockhazel, a long lead for Sullivan. She's going to have a look at it. Oh, she runs into the goalie. The goalie's out of the box. She takes a left-footed shot, and it goes off the body of Douglas. Blue Blackburn on the far left wing, and Sullivan still on the ground as it goes out the back of the goal line. And I think we're going to have a corner kick here. We are going to have a corner kick based off of the reaction of Lander. Sullivan just now getting up. It's going to be Knockhazel taking it from the far corner on the right side. On the left of the wing, I should say. left wing corner kick, 5 black jerseys in the goal box. Just over 20 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Knockhazel hand up, kicks it, and it's low, and it goes right into the knees of the goalie and goes up in the air, so still dangerous. And then a handball by Douglas in the penalty box. It just bounced right up off the ground, and that looked like Cale Starkey, and we are going to get a penalty kick here. You don't get to see very many of these from a handball. Typically, there is a penalty on a player, and it looks like Delaney Sullivan's going to be taking this penalty kick. Have you ever seen a penalty kick before, babe? This is about to happen. Don't get up. Sullivan lines up with 20:10 to go. The ref and Peyton Yost, the goalie, talking. 20 minutes. Just at the halfway mark is when Delaney Sullivan's going to take this penalty kick. Takes a step. It's low and left, and it goes in off the glove of the goalie, actually. So Lander Valley up 1-0. As I update our contact out in Riverton, who's still watching a 1-0 game in the middle of a Thunder lightning delay. 19:58 here, and it's 1-0 in favor of the home team, Lander. So Douglas is going to take this kick from the center circle. Just under halfway to go in this first half. Delaney Sullivan blocks a good kick by Callie Dahl, trying to get upfield, and right away goes out of bounds off of Douglas. Now Knockhazel with a long lead gets off the head of Dahl into the corner near side, and Dahl gets all the way down to the corner, and it's going to be another corner kick. No, it's going to be a throw-in from right by the corner, it looks like. Who's going to take this? No, is it a corner kick? He keeps putting it right there. No, it's not. And Delaney Sullivan, I'm sorry, Addie Weston, going to throw this in from right at the corner. She gets some words of advice from Coach Getz and throws it into a white jersey who kicks it right back out of bounds a little bit further into the outside of the attacking third. So on the near side, Georgia Chance going to throw it in from the 10-yard line, give or take. Throws it over everybody, and a white jersey heads it up and out. Now Addie Weston with it in the middle of the goal box. She's going up against 14 Starkey. Weston and Starkey battle all the way to the other side of the pitch, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Douglas. And then the throw-in quick, it goes into the back of the goal line, and Douglas last touches. So again, a corner kick here. As we have our Warland cohorts jumping in the bleachers in front of us. Knockhazel puts the hand up. Corner kick is high. Oh, Blue Blackburn put a foot on it, and it goes into the legs of Douglas, and Douglas almost kicks it into the goal, but they end up getting it out. It's still in the penalty box. It's still in the goal box. Georgia Chance now has it on the left corner, right wing, I should say, and it goes out of bounds. Last headed out by number 18, Avon Yost. And this has been physical down here in the attacking third for Lander. They haven't had to deal with this as much. The ball goes right back out. Oh, Tenley Reisig caught the throw-in ball. I think she was expecting to throw it in because she grabbed it and started walking to the sideline. So an inadvertent handball by Tenley Reisig. Ooh, big fall right in front of us on the bleachers. As Douglas had a free kick, and they just kicked it right into the middle of a bunch of black jerseys. And now Georgia Chance had it at the half line, and she gets it stolen away by Brooke Wright. Wright moves into the attacking third all by her own. She goes up against Addie Weston. Weston gets pushed down, and then a long cross is just going to go out the back of the goal line unless Douglas can stop it, which they cannot. So a goal kick here. We can make fun of Denver fans out here, right? We're close enough to Utah. So this goal kick going to be coming from the bottom of the E from Mason Morton as we had some subs come in for Douglas. I saw Macy Engel come out. I did not see who came up. And Lander up 1-0 as I'm talking to our photographer. and they have reset the lightning clock twice now as a long kick from the center circle goes into the goal box. Aislinn Donahue doesn't jump on it. She puts a hand on it, and said Mason Morton clears it and kicks it deep, and it's stolen away by Douglas right around the edge of the middle third and defending third for Lander. Sullivan comes all the way back, and she ends up stealing and getting past one player, getting past another, and then it's kicked away by Dahl right to Mason Morton, who just clears it, and running with full speed is Delaney Sullivan down the near side touchline. She gets to it in time. She gets past number 21, Parker. She takes it with the left foot, and instead of a cross, she aims at the goal. Blue Blackburn was prepared, but just a little bit too far off. Blue Blackburn was not there in time. 16:10 to go. Lander Valley Lady Tigers looking to get back into the state championship for the third straight season, as the goal kick there from the goalie just goes right out of bounds on the far side. Throwing it in is going to be Allie Atnip. Atnip from the halfway line throws it into over the head of Blue Blackburn. Luckily, Knockhazel's there to save it. She keeps running into the middle, into the attacking third, tries a cross for Delaney Sullivan, and it gets kicked away. Just not enough oomph on it there. And now it's getting pushed in the middle third by the white jerseys, and running up on the far side Douglas player that had the ball was Weston, and she forced a bad kick, and it went too far. And Aislinn Donahue comes out of the goal to grab it at around the 10-yard line. So she drop kicks it right to Georgia Chance, who has a good kick over to Nielsen. Nielsen off the ricochet, and she pushes down one player, number 10, Brooke Wright, and almost gets the ball stolen away. Now Reisig has it. They're moving backwards. Reisig pushes up, and it's stolen away by Wright now. Wright with a long kick over Gilly Wheeler. And Allie Atnip, didn't know what to do there. She was either going to kick it towards her teammates or try and kick it out of bounds. She ends up going out of bounds as Bailey Wright was running up on the goal box, and now it's still in bounds. Weston kicks it up. That should have been a handball again off Douglas, inadvertently, obviously, but they're trying to get into the middle third, and Lander is just getting stopped by a white jersey every time. Now Nielsen and Chance back and forth, but Chance's pass a little too long. Morton, as the ball entered the goal box, didn't see Aislinn Donahue running out to catch it, and she just tries to kick it out of bounds. But now Douglas has it on the far side touchline, moves up towards the baseline, and then kicked out of bounds. No, not out of bounds, saved by Douglas. Lander just keeps trying to kick it out of bounds, and this time Douglas does kick it out of bounds. A bad bounce by Douglas on the far side, right outside of the end zone. And a quick throw-in goes to Blue Blackburn, who gets a little shove in the back. Knockhazel, though, saves it. She's at the halfway line. She moves towards the middle of the pitch. She has to stop and turn around, and stolen away by Kale Starkey. Starkey passes it back before Douglas moves up into the attacking third. Now Weston trying to play some defense. She gets a good shot and falls to the ground. It's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Weston, as 22, Macy Engel coming back in. And who's coming out? Let me get my handy-dandy binoculars. Number 15, that's Penfield. She seems to be the player, the plug-and-play player that if anyone comes out, whether they're attackers, midfielders, center backs, defenders, she goes in and she's able to play all the positions. Engel immediately gets the throw into her, and it goes too hard off of her shins. She goes out of bounds. So now in the middle of their defending third, as we have a substitution, and I was wondering where she was. Ella Stanbury has been starting all game long, and she is now coming in off the bench. All season long, and now she comes in off the bench for Blue Blackburn, who desperately deserves a break here. And the throw-in goes right to Ella Stanbury. Stanbury tries to kick it up to Sullivan, who wasn't moving. She was waiting for the ball to come to her. It gets kicked away by Douglas. Chance ends up with it, tries to kick it between two players, can't. Nielsen recovers, tries to get past the same two players, and ends up getting it stolen away. Now it's in the center circle, back and forth between Douglas. Stolen away this time by Weston, who puts a good pass to Delaney Sullivan, and it goes too hard off of her cleats back towards Douglas. And then a clear by Douglas to get into the attacking third off the chest of Mason Morton. And now it's Bailey Wright, moves past Morton, and Bailey Wright hits the ground hard. Mason Morton, no whistle, and the pass, or the clear, goes back out and it hits the chest of Brooke Wright, who just puts a soft shot from 20 yards out, and Donahue's going to corral it and move everyone back. And a big drop kick right to to Annabelle Knockhazel, but it gets kicked away by number 21, Molly Parker. Now Chance again hits the dirt. She is not 100% today, I don't think. She got pushed over as Douglas now controls the ball, heading past the middle third and completely into the attacking third with ease. Back and forth now between Pyle and Engel. And Pyle saves it on the far side right before it hits the corner. She shoots up the baseline trying to cross, and Gilly Wheeler, Aislinn Donahue wanted to grab it and go, and Gilly Wheeler ends up kicking it, and it goes out of bounds. So now at the 20-yard line, right on the edge of the attacking third, Douglas throws it in shortly, and by shortly I mean short, and goes off of number 18, that's Avon Yost. Good move by Allie Atnip to kind of get a push on her before the ball dropped into her chest. Now the throw-in gets stolen away by Douglas. They're still in the attacking third, and a long cross goes over the head of Georgia Chance, and now Yost on this side of the ball stops it, pushes it up, and it's taken by Callie Dahl, who's going to take a long shot, and Aislinn Donahue waited a long time to put a hand on that ball, and it got within a centimeter of going above her hand and into the back of the net, and instead she just pushes it out the back of the goal line. So we're going to have a corner kick here with 10:55 to go, and the corner kick is going to be taken by Kale Starkey on this near side. On the left side of the wing, one white jersey is in the goal box right in front of Aislinn Donahue. The kick goes right into the knee of Gilly Wheeler, and it just bounces right out at the back of the goal line. We're going to wash, rinse, repeat, as Kevin Shields likes to say. Starkey, again, from the corner, near side, on our left side of the wing. And this time she just short rolls it to Bailey Wright, who was looking to load up, but Georgia Chance came running at her and stole the ball before she could. Now Sullivan has it on the near side touchline. She's going to stop, and she puts it on Kaylee Dog, puts it around her. Now Georgia Chance with a perfect back pass to Sullivan on the near side. Sullivan on the right side of the wing stops and puts it into the foot of Dahl, and that ends a great series right there that looked like it could have gone somewhere. The ball gets cleared into the back of Tinley Reisig. Reisig tries to move across the halfway line, and it gets stolen away by Starkey. And Starkey, now her and Tinley Reisig, Starkey a whole head taller and maybe has a couple pounds on Reisig, overpowers her there. She gets a good pass from Wright, and she's going to left foot it right into the chest of Aislinn Donahue. And that looked dangerous at first, but after a while, Aislinn Donahue was in the only position she could be, and that is exactly where she needed to be. On that left side of the goal, there was no way it was going to cross over everyone there, and her goal kick goes so far that the goalie on the other side of the field has to corral it. 9:20 to go. The goalie, Peyton Yost, drop kicks it. It's not super far, but it goes to Georgia Chance at the 45-yard line. Georgia puts a shoulder into the chest of Callie Dahl, and then Douglas kicks it out of bounds. Another good defensive stand by Georgia Chance. Brooke Wright was running up on her, and we have a sub coming in. Delaney Sullivan coming out. Blue Blackburn coming in. Tinley Reisig on the near side throws it right at Chance, right at the halfway line, and goes right off her foot. Douglas now has it. They're moving into the attacking third with Avon Yost, I should say. And she gets it cleared by Lander towards the center circle, and then Stanbury kicks it near side, trying to get it to Knockhazel, and Douglas just clears it high and far, and Mason Morton and Bailey Wright were battling for position there. Now a cross from Yost, right perfectly for the Douglas player, Macy Engel, but good job by Gilly Wheeler to kind of push her out of position, and then Gilly kicks it out of bounds. The quick throw-in, though, goes off the foot of Mason Morton, doesn't go out of bounds, and Yost has it still. She kicks it from the near side touchline and right to Brooke Wright, who puts a big right foot on it and goes right of the goal line out the back. So again, Lander has seen a couple different good looks, and the defenders of Lander, not the goalie, the defenders of Lander have made it impossible for them to get a good look on the goal. Morton with the goal kick from the E, past the halfway line. It's going to go all the way down. And are they going to let the goalie get to it again? No, they're going to kick it back to the goalie so that she can kick it back up, and it's going to go off the head of Georgia Chance. And number 18, Avon Yost, thought about touching it, kicking it, but it was going to go out of bounds, so she decides to let that go out. And now Yost is coming out for number 7. That's Maddie Pexton, the senior. So throwing it in is going to be Dahl, the sophomore. From right in front of us at around the 35-yard line into the head of Georgia Chance. Chance headed it back to Bailey Wright on accident, and now the ball gets pushed up to Annabelle Knockhazel on the near side of the center circle. She has a good lead for Blue Blackburn, but it's too long. She wasn't offsides. She had hesitated just a little bit, and that led to the ball going out of bounds in the attacking third for Lander on this near side. Throwing it in is Dahl, and then kicked right out of bounds again. That one by Knockhazel. So moves up about 10 yards, give or take, waiting on the ball girl. Dahl going to throw it in again from the near side on our right at around the 20-yard line. So right at the edge of their defending third. And she throws it in over the head of Blue Blackburn, and Knockhazel, again, just puts a foot on it. And it goes all the way into the bleachers and down the tunnel, and it's behind the bleachers now. If you've ever been to Douglas, there are 2 or 3 tunnels in the bleachers, and it went all the way through one of those. So into the tennis courts behind us. Dahl gets another ball, throws it in from the 25-yard line, and it goes almost out of bounds. Dahl saves it from her own teammate kicking it out of bounds, and Pexton now kicks it out. And Lander is just forcing a lot of bad plays by Douglas on this near side and far side touchline. They're doing a great job on defense and off the arm of Georgia Chance as the throw-in hit Blue Blackburn's shin just a little hard. And the ref holding onto the ball. I think we have a sub. And we do. It's, again, Penfield coming in. Penfield immediately grabs it, throws it in. Nielsen puts a foot on it first, gets it back and forth with her and Starkey, and somehow Blue Blackburn ends up with it, but she kicks it a little too hard, and it's cleared away into the attacking third by Douglas. Only one there is Macy Engel working on Allie Atnip. Atnip gets a foot on it. It's going to go out of bounds on that far side. No, Engel stops it before going out of bounds, and now Stanbury back to Atnip, and Atnip clears it. And what a move there by Douglas not to let that go out of bounds. Knockhazel has to kick it back to Georgia Chance in the defending third. Now Chance gets it up to the middle and offsides as her pass up to Blue Blackburn was a good one. Blue was just a hair too long. So 5 minutes to go. And we have, I thought we had a sub coming in for Douglas, but she was just talking to the ref. We will soon. Avon Yost standing on the sideline, and this free kick going to come from the leg of Dahl, the sophomore. She's been everywhere today. 37-yard line on Douglas's side, on the near side. She left foots it all the way up over Chance, over her own teammate, and Tinley Reisick puts a shoulder on it, and now Tinley and Bailey Wright battling. Bailey ends up falling, and Georgia Chance against Maddie Pexton. Chance puts a foot on it, goes out of bounds in front of the Douglas bench there. So Yost going to come in, and she's coming in for number 19. That's Macy Pyle, the sophomore. Pexton, a short throw-in right to Starkey. Starkey turns around Blue Blackburn and tries to cross into the middle of the pitch, and Nielsen gets a pass blocked away by the shins, and then it goes out of bounds as Weston was trying to catch Georgia Chance in stride. And so Douglas still in the attacking third. They throw it in. Underneath is Bailey Wright. She puts a foot on it and just going to take the long shot. Ooh, Aislinn Donahue fell a little awkwardly on the way to it, but she ends up pushing her hands out and grabbing it. Well done. Real well done by Aislinn Donahue. That looked scary at first because she tripped almost over her own feet and fell, and that could be the wet turf, who knows. But her goal kick and goes to the center circle and goes right off the foot of Knockhazel, about 20 or 30 extra yards into the hands of the goalie. So 3:15 to go. Goalkeeper Yost going to drop kick it towards the near side and bounces over one player, Georgia Chance, with a big shoulder on number 7, Maddie Pexton, and it goes out of bounds off of Pexton or Dahl. I didn't see which one. Georgia Chance going to throw it in. Looks like Georgia did her hair before this game. Highlights are in. After watching these girls based on their head of hair all season long, I kind of know by now. Blue Blackburn originally got the throw in but was pushed down and the ball kicked out of bounds. So Douglas had to let them throw it in again, and now it gets all the way down to the goal box and kicked out of bounds again by Douglas. So we're going to have a throw in by Blackburn quickly right at the 5-yard line to Knockhazel. Knockhazel nearing that touch line, hugging it and tight roping it, and then kicked out of bounds. And kicked out of bounds by Douglas. She thought that she did something there, kicking it towards Knockhazel, but Knockhazel was prepared. Knockhazel throws it in from the 10-yard line over the head of number 14, Starkey, and Weston just wasn't prepared for it and goes out of bounds off of Weston. And that was another opportunity as Douglas puts in 2 more players, Brooke Wright and Macy Pyle, 2 starters coming back in for Maddie Pexton and Kale Starkey, 1 starter. Throw in from Dahl on the near side. Goes into Brooke Wright. And 1:30 till halftime almost. And I didn't see what happened there. I'm still waiting on a call, but it looks like a penalty, and so we just had a drop ball for Douglas in their defending third, and it gets kicked right to Weston in the center circle. Now Georgia Chance has it. She kicks it back to Nielsen. Nielsen almost gets it stolen away. She has to work it around to Tinley. Tinley stops. She gets pushed over by Macy Pyle. Lots of physicality in this game. Georgia Chance has it now. She enters the center circle, and she gets a body on the ground, and they'll call a whistle on that one. Chance has had an elbow and a shoulder in a couple players today. That's the first time she's been called on one. That was a good look, but Georgia just too strong. As Sullivan looks to come back in for the last 60 seconds here, but I don't know if we're going to get time. They're not going to let her in time, as this free kick from Avery Hill is going to come from right on the inside of the center circle at the 42-yard line. It's a long one, and they're going to let it bounce to Aislinn. Good job by Mason Morton boxing out on Bailey Wright. Bailey was in position, but Mason Morton stood right in front of her like a center under the basketball. Aislinn with a long kick all the way down past the center circle, past Knockhazel. Knockhazel ends up getting it off a ricochet, pushed it up to Blue Blackburn, who ends up being offsides because the player who kicked it from Douglas stopped where she was. If Blue had also stopped, who knows how that would have ended, but she had no one in front of her. Douglas, with 22 seconds to go, going to get a free kick from the 24-yard line on their side. It was short, and she didn't look like she got a lot on it. Knockhazel ends up kicking it towards Blue Blackburn, and it's going to go out of bounds, and I think they're going to let this one go. 10 seconds to go here. And the throw-in going to come from Knockhazel. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Sullivan, there's no reason to wait. 1 second, and that'll do it for the first half. 1 goal by Lander, no goals by Douglas. We'll be back with our CWC halftime show after this. I'm going to bring a special guest up here, see if she'll join us. I see her right here.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
The Stock Dock is proud to serve all of Fremont County and surrounding areas. They are dedicated to providing the highest level of veterinarian medicine along with friendly and compassionate service. They service all pets of shapes and sizes between dogs and cows and cats and horses. They treat your animal like it's their own. The Stock Dock.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back to our CWC Halftime Show. I'm joined by two very special guests, Emma Getz and Whitney Hansen, two Lady Tigers that have graduated and moved on to college soccer. I'm first here with Emma Getz, daughter of Coach Scott Getz. Emma, last time I saw you, you won a 5K, and now we're out here in Green River. In your own eyes, how's this team doing? They're up 1-0 off a penalty kick.
Yeah, I think it's been a pretty good first half. I definitely think we need to connect more passes to be effective in the attacking third. But through the middle, I think we're playing aggressive ball, and it's good so far.
And how do you feel your dad's coaching another state championship-worthy team here? Mm-hmm. They just have to get past Douglas, then they have a tough game tomorrow. But what do they have to do to finish this game out with a win? They've been doing good defensively. I know you're kind of a defensive guru as well. But as far as defensively goes, they've done a lot to get past Lander, but it's that final line is doing really well.
Yeah. Defensive-wise, definitely I think talking is a big deal. We've had some near mishaps between the goalie and our defensive line, but if we talk that out, it shouldn't be a problem at all in the second half. So. Yeah.
And you've obviously, just like all the other girls there, have been under Coach Getz for your whole life, but their whole life as well.
Yeah.
What's it mean? I mean, half these girls have played with them since they were in second grade. I know you're in the same boat, but I had a good article written, and we talked to all the girls. What's it like watching your dad coach this long, and he still has the same girls, and they're still going up for state titles possibly?
Yeah, it's actually super cool to watch. Being on this side of the field, being in the stands, it just makes me appreciate everything me and Whit both went through just growing up and being coached by him. Just taking a step back really makes you miss it, but it's really cool to see my previous teammates be coached as him as well.
Finally, remind me where you're playing college ball at again?
Casper College.
How's that going for you?
It's going well. Unfortunately, we lost to LCCC where Whitney was playing this season, but they earned it. They deserved it.
Well, hey, perfect way to give the headset off to Whitney Hansen, another former Lady Tiger who has helped this team win and get to state championships. Whitney, how's your time at LCCC going then?
It was definitely super fun. It was a good change of pace, kind of an awakening at first, but it was super fun to get into it, and then a super successful and fun season.
And I'll ask you the same thing. So this team only has one up on the board from a penalty kick. They've gotten close on a couple different shots, and then, of course, like Emma said, they've been close to getting scored on a couple shots. What does this team have to do to be more consistent, especially near the middle?
I definitely think talking, that helped us last year, and we tended to start out a bit slow, so starting out strong the second half definitely will help, and then just connecting passes and just playing the game that they know how to play and just trusting themselves and their teammates.
Cool, and you're going to have a former teammate on your team next year if you're staying at LCCC, which Annabelle Knockhazel. How's that going to feel to reunite with a former teammate at a new school?
It's definitely, I'm excited. We're going to be sweet mates, actually.
Awesome.
So, LCCC has a rude awakening, but I'm really excited and just to play with somebody that I've already played with previously and just mesh and hopefully bring the chemistry we had onto our new team. So.
And last question, this is kind of to both of you, but did the rain, I know it was very brief, but did the rain and lightning, does that kind of take you out of your mindset, take you out of the game? They were sitting down for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I always hated that, because you're so pumped up, ready to play, and then you have to go wait, and sometimes it can be good for you to sit and talk and game plan more, but you want to just get out there and play. So I always hated that and the waiting. And you're just so pumped up, ready to go, and then you have to take a step back.
We hated it up here too. Don't worry. It was windy and rainy, but we didn't see any thunder or lightning, so we're good here. Thanks for joining us, ladies. I know I just saw you coming up here, and I was like, I know those two girls. We'll be right back with more CWC Halftime Show right after this.
To the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
If you're tired of paying ridiculously high gas prices, there is a solution that can save you a bunch of money. In fact, it won't cost you a cent. How do you do that? Take the Blue Bus. WRTA bus lines will get you around the county for free. That's right, free, no charge. It doesn't get cheaper than free. Go to WRTAbuslines.com and download the schedule, or look for a schedule in the Ranger, Lander Journal, or Wind River News. WRTA Bus Lines, proud to serve Fremont County.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine, and Adina Vasco, and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Welcome back to our CWC halftime show. They're starting the second half early, so no spiel from me about how to find out about four-year bachelor degree programs and everything like that, as they started way early, and I have to stop the clock to just catch up to them. The ball automatically goes into Lander's favor, then get all the way down to the attacking third, and Blue Blackburn accidentally kicks it out the back of the goal line. So 39-30 is where we will start this in the second half. 34, 33, 32, 31, boom. Big thanks to Emma Getz, Whitney Hansen for joining us on our CWC halftime show, as the goalie from Douglas doesn't kick it very deep, kicks it right towards number 4, Callie Dahl, at the 30-yard line at the edge of their defending third, and then the ref gets kicked in the dome. A ball from, and she's looking away. She's like, that wasn't me. That looks like a ball from, can't tell who that was. Is that 13? Lauren Olson was trying to cross over to the other side of the pitch and just hit the ref right in the head. His hat fell off. The drop kick goes to Douglas, and Bailey Wright gets all the way down towards the goal box and then runs into a wall named Allie Atnip. Oh, good. We got wind there. As the ball gets stolen and put back to Avon Yost. Then she gets it up, and it gets stolen away by Gilly Wheeler. Wheeler gets it up to Weston, and then they have to kick it back on this near side touchline and off the legs of Douglas as, is that Allie? Yeah, Allie kicked it off the shins of Avon Yost. Then she throws it in, and Blue Blackburn kicks it up in the air, almost a handball on Tatum Moore. And then it goes out of bounds off Douglas, just about 15 more yards down. 23, Allie Atnip is going to take this again. She throws it right at the halfway line. Blue this time almost gets it. And again, it's Tatum Moore right there just waiting for it. And Georgia Chance had a pass pushed up to her by Nielsen, but it was a little too long and stolen away by Macy Pyle on the far side. Now a long clear by Douglas into the goal box, and Donahue just going to run up on it. Smartly done. As Donahue kicks into the wind, Lander now moving right to left on your radio dial. Douglas moving left to right. Douglas steals it as the ball kind of got stopped up in the air, and Weston accidentally trips up a Douglas player, number 22, Macy Engel. She didn't really even attempt. She was just running with her, and their legs got tangled. Now Engel from the free kick just going to take it right at the goal, and Donahue well prepared for that. The boys of Lander down here with a big blowhorn. They like to blow it every single time someone does something well. Goal kick by Donahue. A drop kick by Donahue goes down to the halfway line. Pushed out by Annabelle Knockhazel and then eventually stolen away by Starkey. Starkey on the far side, still working on Knockhazel. Gets around her, and then she runs up on Tinley Reisig, who stops it, pushes it out of bounds. Throwing it in on that far side, right at the edge of the attacking third for Douglas. And it gets past everyone, and then number 3, Bailey Wright, kicks it a little too hard, and Reisig kicks it back at right, and now it's up to Morton, who has to kick it clear, and it gets stopped up underneath Douglas, and now Chance on the far side battling with Starkey, and then Starkey with a long left foot goes off the out of the back of the goal line. So we're going to get a goal kick here by Lander. Looks like play is about to resume in Riverton. If you are stopping by this stream on the way back and forth between Riverton and Lander, you're watching a similar game here, but Riverton is down 1-0. Landers up 1-0. Long kick by Mason Morton gets all the way down to the right wing where Delaney Sullivan stops it from going out of bounds, kicks it up to Knockhazel, gets kicked into the goal box by a Douglas player, and then just like Lander earlier, the goalie was not communicating with her teammates, and Douglas kicks it right out of the box and out of bounds rather than letting their goalie come up and grab it and reset. And so the throw-in by Weston goes right to Chance on that far side. Now Weston with the left foot crosses to Blue Blackburn, who puts a foot on it but didn't get enough to connect, and it just wobbles in the middle of the goal box towards the goalie, and the goalie just grabs it right out of the air, right off the ground, no problem. Need some water here as a goal kick by them goes all the way down into the Lander goal box, and then a big trip. Bailey Wright takes a tumble, and Mason Morton, is she going to be called for that? No, she is not. The ball went out the back of the goal line off of Bailey Wright's foot before she fell. I need to take a drink of water. There's something in my throat. Much better. The goal kick from Morton didn't go very far, went near the halfway line, and then taken back by Starkey. Now Starkey's in the attacking third on the far side, working up on Tinley Reisig. She pushes it up to Yost. Yost runs into the left wing of the box, and Mason Morton just going to take that and kick it out of bounds on the far side. So we have got two different Lander teams in the first half and the second half. First half was very offensive-minded. Right now, they have to be defensive-minded as Douglas has stuck in the attacking third for most of these first 5 minutes. And now Douglas, with about a 30 to 40-yard bomb, just kicks it right, and the wind may have picked it up a little bit and taken it out the back of the goal line on the right side. So, again, Mason Morton with the goal kick here from the bottom of the E in Wolves on the right side, moving left. Morton's kick into the wind, so she keeps it a little low, goes over the head of almost everyone, past the halfway line. Blue Blackburn gets a good foot on it. Now she's pushing in the attacking third, and Bailey Wright keeps her from doing that. And I'm sorry, that's not Bailey, that's Tatum Moore. She kicks it out of bounds, and in the attacking third, immediately Blue Blackburn kicks it up to Knockhazel, or throws it to Knockhazel, who kicks it back to Blue. Blue, accidentally kicked it out of bounds. Good push by Avon Yost to try and get Blue off balance. And then Douglas throws it right in, stolen away by Weston. Weston kicks it back to Atnip. Atnip kicks it into the center circle to Nielsen. And now Nielsen moves backwards with it. Now she has to push it on the far side to Tinley. Tinley stops it from going out of bounds and then gets it stolen away by Douglas as they were trying to get into the attacking third. Now Douglas going to take a long cross, but the ball goes into the bottom of Annabelle Knockhazel's cleat. Now it's Lander ball. Georgia Chance with a nice lead. Might be a little bit too nice as it goes fast into the goal box and picked up by the goalie before Sullivan can get to it. And a short drop kick into the center circle. Georgia Chance had a good header that kept going backwards, though, and now Nielsen has it in the middle third, battling with Starkey for possession. Starkey kicks it back, and then a long clear by Douglas does the same thing that just happened on the other side. Donahue's going to come out of the goal and grab it. The kick high over the head of one Douglas player, then into the knees of Tatum Moore, who gets it back over to Brooke Wright in the center circle. She's working on Addie Weston. She has to kick it back, and now an attempt at a lead for Bailey Wright gets into Mason Morton, and Morton takes a hard tumble as her and Wright kind of collide. Ball almost goes out of bounds. Douglas saves it from doing so, and they're in the attacking third on that far side. That looks like number 8, Lily Holt. That might be wrong, though. As Starkey has it, back and forth with her and Reisig. Reisig kicks it into the shins, and now back and forth. Knockhazel with a good stop on the far side, and she tries to kind of launch it forward, and instead Douglas gets it all the way down into the attacking third, into the goal box. A nice pass. Who was that? That was a great pass by Starkey, and the only player down there was number 22, Macy Engel. She had a look, and when she turned around, Aislinn Donahue was right there ready for her. So Morton goal kicking with just over 31 minutes to go. And she kicks it right above Annabelle Knockhazel, goes past the line. Delaney Sullivan is in front of everybody. She's going to stop in the goal box on the right wing. Pushes it up to Blue Blackburn, who's got an open look at the goal. And it's a goal by Blue Blackburn! Great pass by Delaney Sullivan, who now has a goal and an assist on the day. Delaney got double-teamed, and as she did, the defender left Blue Blackburn wide open in the middle of the goal box, and basically from the edge of the end zone, had her choice of where she wanted to go, left or right, and she went left. Somehow, does that say 31-15? Somehow 31-15 to go. I stopped my clock pretty fast, I thought, but not enough. Still 1-0 at half as play has resumed in Riverton. So 31-15 to go here. Douglas has the ball in the center circle. They're going to kick off backwards, most likely. Trevor Wilson here from WHSAA. And they are going to put more time on the clock. Right? I think they're going to put exactly what I had on there. 31-31 is what I think I just saw her hold up fingers for. Waiting. There's a bunch of teenage girls in charge of the scoreboard here at the Wolves Stadium. Ref is still waiting. 24 minutes. That is not correct. I think they mean 31-24. 31. No, it is 31-31. So I was right. I don't know why that took so long. 31-30 as they start play again. Douglas tries to go backwards, and they kick it up. And over there is Kennedy Bernard, the freshman, and she had just come into the game. She got a ball kicked to her, and she kicks it out of bounds. And then Douglas on the throw-in, it goes off the shoulder of another white jersey and goes right back out of bounds. So throw-in here by Tenley, and the throw-in goes off the head of Kale Starkey. Wash, rinse, repeat here on that far side. Throw-in from the halfway line goes over everyone this time, and Douglas clears it into the center circle, and that's where Gilly Wheeler put a body on Bailey Wright and did a good job getting that ball back. Nielsen now has it, getting out of her own defending third, pushes it over to Reisig on the far side. Reisig gets past one player and tries to kick it up past another, and it gets off of her leg and out of bounds. So Tenley going to throw it in right into the attacking third underneath Kennedy Bernard, and it's going to be a little bit too long. And instead of kicking it back to her goalie again, Molly Parker, the Douglas Lady Bearcat, kicks it out of bounds. And that would have given Douglas some time to work. Annabelle Knockhazel gets the throw-in, passed right to her. She kicks it back to Nielsen. Nielsen just going to take a long kick, goes off of a Douglas player, and then an offsides on Annabelle Knockhazel anyway, but the goalie grabbed it before then, I believe. And this 2-0 game going very, very well for Lander, knock on wood, as they could be having a similar game to their boys earlier against the 1 seed, or they could be having a similar game to the Riverton Lady Wolverines, who were a 1 seed at the 4A West Regionals last week before losing in the first round and winning 3rd place instead of what they were favored to win, which was the whole tournament. So now the ball back and forth between Lander and Douglas at the halfway line. Annabelle Knockhazel ends up with it and then kicked back towards Bailey Wright. And Mason Morton, a good job putting a foot on it, kicking it deep. And it gets all the way down into the goal box. And there was no one around. And they still tried to kick it out of bounds. And somehow goes off the foot of Annabelle Knockhazel, who was just trying to save it from being kicked out of bounds by Douglas. And I'm sure if I'm the Douglas goalie, I'm a little peeved at some of my teammates here, as a couple teammates come in, a couple teammates come out. That's Penfield coming in for Brooke Wright, the senior. As the Douglas goalies had multiple opportunities to just go up and grab it, and her teammates are kicking them out of the goal box, kicking them out of bounds. That can be frustrating. That's kind of happened in the boys' game earlier. Nielsen gets the quick steal off the throw and gets it up to Delaney Sullivan. Blue Blackburn now has it at the edge of the box. She tries to pass it up to Knockhazel, and it gets kicked away by Molly Parker. Parker kicks it up towards the middle third, but that one gets blocked away by Georgia Chance. Now on the far side, Chance passes it inside to Knockhazel, gets stolen away and kicked up at the halfway line towards Mason Morton, who now has it in the center circle. She passes it over to Atnip. Atnip kicks it up and towards the middle of the pitch to Nielsen. Nielsen, a short pass to Sullivan. Sullivan gets it stolen away by a much bigger Starkey, but she ends up getting it right back, and now she puts her back into it and works the middle of the pitch. She gives it over to Weston, who gives it up to Blackburn, who kicks it all the way back on the far side to Tenley. Boy, this game is fast-paced as Tenley Rice, it gets pushed to the ground, and the ball gets kicked out by Douglas. Thought we were still playing Warland here. So Tenley going to throw it in from the edge of the attacking third, right at the head of Annabelle Knockhazel, who looked up in the air after she headed it and was looking for it to go the other way. Instead, it went out of bounds. Douglas now throws it in, and right off the chest, we're just going to keep doing this. the wind is not helping on that far side. It's kind of whipping around as now the throw-in by Tenley goes up and off of the foot of Douglas. So we're just going to do this all over again from the 40-yard line on that far side. She throws it in a little shorter to Georgia Chance this time. Now back to Tenley at the halfway line. She kicks it up to Weston in the center circle, who gets it to Nielsen off the ricochet. Nielsen trying to pass up to Delaney Sullivan, but gets stolen away by Yost and kicked way up, and now it's up to Mason Morton on the defending line to stop and push it back up. She does. Pushes it to Tenley Reisig, who's now running towards the middle of the field. Gets it up to Nielsen at the halfway line, and then she tries to kick it up to Knockhazel, who gets sandwiched between two white jerseys, and they're going to call that, as Knockhazel had a pass coming towards her, and number 4, Dahl, and number 21, Molly Parker, just ran right into her on both sides and sandwiched her. So Knockhazel going to give this free kick to Mason Morton from the 40-yard line of Douglas. Wind moving right to left on the pitch, so she's going to have to kick this a little bit right if she wants the wind to take it. And she kicks it low instead, kicks it right to Georgia Chance at the edge of the goal box. She's going back and forth with Molly Parker. Parker ends up with it as Parker kind of bully balls her way towards that far side touchline where she's going to kick it up and out of bounds. 26:20 to go in this game. Lander has come out and done extremely well on defense today against the number 2 seeded Douglas team. Reminder, Lander is rated as ranked 3rd because of their final record of 8-5, and they would have been 2nd if they had beaten Powell in Powell. But instead, Powell has the tiebreaker and one more point. So Powell ranked 2nd in the 3A West. Lander, same record, but 3rd. The ball had gone all the way down. Douglas did a good job getting into the attacking third, and then the ball was passed too long, goes out the back of the goal line. So it's going to be a goal kick here for Morton from the E of Wolves, moving right to left, and now she moves the ball up towards the center circle. Nielsen lets it go past her. Douglas ends up kicking it back over her. Now Weston and number 19, Macy Pyle, battling it for it. And sorry, that's Avon Yost. And Blue Blackburn gets a nice foot on it, turns around, kicks it far for Sullivan, and Sullivan ends up beating down Mackenzie Pexton. Is that her? No, that's Molly Parker. And Molly Parker kicks it out the back of the goal line, trying to keep up with Delaney Sullivan. So we're going to get a corner kick here from Annabelle Knockhazel on the near side corner to our left. Again, Lander moving right to left. The flag is going to be the wind is going to be right in the face of Knockhazel. So she's going to have to put some oomph on it here. She does so, and it goes past the halfway line, headed by Georgia Chance, and 2 feet left of the goal. Great look by Georgia Chance. Not enough on it in the right direction as we get a subs in here. Brooke Wright coming back in, Maddie Pexton coming back in, 2 seniors coming in for Avon Yost, a freshman, and Olivia Pinfield, the junior that has been in and out. From the bottom of the O, the goalie, Peyton Yost, kicks it, and it's just going to go right out of bounds on the near side. They're saying that was last touched. No. Okay, good move. They were going to say that was last touched by Blue Blackburn. And now they're going to have a second to talk about it. One ref saw Lander ball, one ref saw Douglas ball, and now they're going to go Lander did touch it last. So Tatum Moore right in front of us at the 45-yard line throws it in over the halfway line to her teammates and ends up getting picked off by Allie Atnip and then stolen away again by Engel. A little back and forth here as they just can't figure out who wants it most. Knockhazel now has it entering the center circle. She left foots it, and this could be offsides. The goalie... Is that offsides? It is. The goalie came way out of the box to kick it, but I guess that was offsides before she ever came out of the box. What's the call here? So we're going to get a free kick by Douglas at the 30-yard line on their side of the pitch as we approach the halfway mark of this second half. There's 2 balls on the pitch now. Got to figure out which one they want. Molly Parker kicks it over. So 31, Avery Hill, the sophomore, going to take this from the middle of the pitch and their edge of their defending third. And she kicks it perfectly to Brooke Wright, who puts a foot on and gets it high and into the attacking third, right where Macy Engel can get to it. And Allie Atnip and her battling on the near side right by the corner. And they're saying that Engel touched it last. Douglas coach doesn't think so, but now Ella Stanbury coming in for Annabelle Knockhazel. This is that load management we were talking about earlier. You're good. The throw-in the throw-in went to Douglas, and then Douglas kicked it away, and now a penalty. The ref called it on Lander right at the 25-yard line, right outside the goal box. So we're going to get a free kick from Macy Engel on the right wing, right in front of the number 20 on the 20-yard line near side, moving left to right. The wind coming from her left, so she tries to kick it over the legs or the body of 4 Lady Tigers. She can't do it. It goes into the left leg of Mason Morton, and then Douglas, with yet another opportunity to take a shot, kind of accidentally puts it off their leg weird and goes out the back of the goal line on the left side. Lander again escapes without being scored on. Doing a great job. As the goal kick by Mason Morton goes all the way to the halfway line and then kicked back by Douglas. Douglas now exiting the center circle. Kicks it over to Tatum Moore on the near side. Tatum kicks it long for number 7, Maddie Pexton. And Allie Atnip just going to kick it out of bounds. Pexton wasn't anywhere close. I wondered if Atnip could have done something different there. But instead we're going to get a throw in here from Engel on the near side, right into the middle of the attacking third, right where number 10, Brooke Wright, can find it. And now she passes it back out to Engel, who puts a foot on it and goes deep out the right side of the end zone there. So, again, goal kick incoming for Mason Morton. Blue Blackburn coming in, and Knock Hazel never came out. So Knock Hazel is now coming out for Blue. Blue must have came out, gotten a sip of water. Stanbury's still in there. This goal kick coming from the E of Wolves, 21:03 to go. And this one much farther into the center of the center circle, and a good foot put on it by 14, Kale Starkey, to keep it in the air. And now again, it just gets kicked deep into the attacking third. Allie Atnip and Macy Engel battling for it, and Engel couldn't get a good look at stopping the ball, so it goes off her knee and out of bounds. And Allie Atnip now, from the 10-yard line right in front of her goal on the near side, is going to throw it in. A couple black jerseys pull up from offense into their defending third. The throw goes over the head of Douglas, off the foot of Brooke Wright, as Blue Blackburn has gotten the look 2 times now, and she couldn't get a foot on it. Anna Nielsen looked for the chest as the pass came back to her, but Engel ends up stealing it out of the air. Engel and Nielsen run into each other, and Engel is going to be the one taking the dirt. And they're going to call that on Nielsen. No yellow card, just a whistle. But that does mean Bailey Wright from 32 yards out with the end zone is going to take a free kick. She puts it up high into the hands of Aislinn Donahue. She doesn't even drop it. She puts it right in her hands. Knock Hazel cheering on her team from the sideline. I think coach wants her to sit down, though. Long kick, drop kick by Aislinn Donahue past the center circle. Ella Stanbury kind of jogging to it, but it gets headed back towards the halfway line where Georgia Chance was waiting. She puts a nice lead for Blue Blackburn, but Douglas spoils it and kicks it up, and Weston tried to save it, and it goes out of bounds off Weston's knee. Now we have subs coming in for Douglas, 19 and 15. That's Macy Pyle, the sophomore, and Olivia Penfield, the junior, coming in for Engel and Maddie Pexton. The ball gets thrown in over Penfield, and Gilly Wheeler kicks it back up over to Blue. Blue and Weston on this near side, battling with the 2 Douglas players. Now they get it back into the center where Nielsen has it. Nielsen crosses the halfway line, puts a good lead up, but not enough, as number 4, Callie Dahl, puts a foot on it. And are they going to call that on Gilly Wheeler? A Douglas player tripped in front of Gilly Wheeler, and Gilly gets called for it. The ref must not have seen what happened. So we're going to get a free kick here from from Douglas right in the middle of the GR in Green River at the center circle, and she's just going to kick it deep, and Donahue's just going to grab it before number 14, Starkey, can get to it. Boy, 18:25 to go. There have been some questionable calls. Neither of them, well, I should say neither because I think only 2 come to mind, but neither of them really egregious by any means, like we had in the first game with the boys versus Warland. Ball goes out of bounds on the far side after a big kick, and Douglas has it. They're going to throw it in right at the halfway line. Waiting for it is number 18, and that's Yost. And then she kicks it back to number 4, Dahl, who tries to kick it deep, goes off the chest of Georgia Chance, and that had to have hurt because it goes about 30 yards out of bounds. So wash, rinse, repeat here. Throw in from Dahl to Brooke Wright, the captain. At the halfway line, she tries to cross long ways all the way to Macy Pyle. Blue Blackburn gets in the middle of it and kicks it back. Delaney Sullivan now had it kind of for a second in the middle third, but then it gets kicked away by number 31, Avery Hill, before Delaney could do anything. And now Delaney going to come out for Annabelle. Delaney has some speed to her, and they might use that in the next couple games, but they need everyone as fresh-legged as possible as the throw-in from Atnip goes off the head of Kale Starkey back to Atnip, who tries to kick it high and ends up kicking it out. So Tatum Moore, right in front of us at the 50-yard line, going to throw it in from the near side. She throws it into her captain, Wright, puts it under, gets it behind Knockhazel, and now has to push it back. Kale Starkey crosses the middle of the pitch, and now she moves into the attacking third. Tries to get a good pass up for Penfield. Penfield wasn't there for it. Weston was, though, and now she gets it up to Knockhazel, who's in the center circle, pushes it past the halfway line, tries to left-foot it up to Blue, and gets pushed away by number 31, Avery Hill. Now at the edge of the center circle, Chance puts a big stop on Penfield's kick, and Penfield still has control of it. She tries to kick it up the touchline on the far side, and Reisig was waiting for it. Reisig with a long lead for Stanbury, too long, gets kicked away by the Douglas defenders. And now at the halfway line, Knockhazel and a couple players from Douglas battling for it, and ends up just getting kicked hard into the goal box from 50 yards away where Aislinn Donahue was waiting for it. 16 minutes to go. Reminder, winner of this game takes on the winner of Buffalo and Powell. Maybe I had the names wrong earlier. No, Buffalo lost earlier in the boys, so they will be playing Lander Valley boys tomorrow. Girls, if they win this, will be taking on Buffalo 2, I believe. Let me quadruple check Wyo Preps while we're here. Big props to Wyo Preps, who are out here helping me out, helping everyone out. The ball is going back and forth in the middle third. I hope you don't think you're missing anything. You're not, as Weston goes back and forth, and now a long kick by Douglas goes way past their line to play, and it goes out of bounds. And that will be where Lander, I guess that was last touch by Lander? No. Oh, we're getting a sub in. Okay, that's why the double whistle here. Engel coming in for Kale Starkey. The throw-in is going to come from the right side, near side, from number 19, Macy Pyle. Gets kicked right into the legs of Addie Weston. And it was Buffalo beating Powell, winning in shootouts, overtime, 3-1. So Buffalo will be playing the winner of this game, and the loser, Powell, will be playing the loser of this game tomorrow at 9 a.m. The throw-in goes high and over the legs of a couple players, but Landers Mason Morton ends up kicking it deep, and not deep enough, as right there Avery Hill at the edge of the attacking third for Douglas gets it and kicks it deep. Georgia Chance in the middle of in the middle of the pitch in the attacking third, put a foot on it, got it back out, but Douglas just again is kicking as hard as they can to just try and get it into the attacking third. Now saving it from going out of bounds, but then kicking it out of bounds herself is Douglas. Throwing it in now, near side. Right at the edge of the end zone is Allie Atnip. Yeah, I'm going to be right back, shut this door so no wind keeps coming in. Sorry about all that. The throw-in was from Atnip, got picked away by Douglas. Douglas turned around and kicked it, but Aislinn Donahue was ready for that. So Donahue, another save on the day, 13:35 to go, and her drop kick goes deep into center field, right at the center circle, and it gets pushed back by Douglas right into Nielsen now. Nielsen has it at the halfway line. She exits the center circle, gets a good lead, no offsides, and the goalie just going to come up from her goal box and kick it deep right into the leg of Allie Atnip, and Gilly Wheeler takes a fall, just running backwards, I guess, was what propelled her down to the ground. So now up against the defending line is 22 Macy Engel. She gets it past Reisig, but Reisig stops. No, she gets it past Reisig, and now they're all the way down at the goal line, right by the corner on the far side, and she tries a cross, and it gets almost stolen away. Now it is stolen away. Bailey Wright was there, couldn't turn around in time. Now kicked all the way to that far side touchline. Last touch by Lander. The throw-in was immediate and goes to Avon Yost. She was pushing up on Georgia Chance. Georgia turned around and saw Tinley Reisig there, so she just stopped and waited as Reisig kicks it down towards the center circle, now in the center circle. Douglas kicks it out and towards the near side, and boy, what a smart move by Tatum Moore to not try and kick it back to her teammate, but kick it right at Addie Weston and goes out of bounds on the near side. The throw-in goes over the head of Brooke Wright, but she ends up corralling it, kicking it high, and right at Mason Morton, who's going to kick it towards the near side touchline, and then Allie Atnip, a nice save, stays inside, and then, wow, Tatum Moore, instead of letting it go out, knees it up in the air, and it goes out of bounds. And, boy, Tatum Moore going to be thinking about that. Annabelle Knockhazel, Delaney Sullivan coming in for Ella Stanbury, and, well, Annabelle was already in there, so that's just Delaney Sullivan coming in for Stanbury. Throwing it in from the 45-yard line on Lander's side is Atnip. She throws it to the foot of Starkey. Starkey gets it to number 19, Macy Pyle, and her and Addie Weston go back and forth. Weston kicks it out on accident. They were really close to the near side, so that was anyone's ball. Nielsen kicks it up, gets to the chest on this near side of Brooke Wright, who tries to turn around and kick it deep, and it gets blocked up by Atnip. Atnip kicks it up to Chance. Chance up in the center circle to Knockhazel. Knockhazel, a great lead, but offsides. Delaney Sullivan neck and neck with number 1, Tatum Moore, and that really does depend on where the ref's at. If you looked at that from any other angle, I think you would have let that one go. That was up to the line judge there, and they will say it was offsides, but my goodness, her and Delaney Sullivan were just neck and neck, like the end of a horse race, Kentucky Derby. Just right by a nose was Delaney Sullivan over the line. So the free kick gets blocked away by Georgia Chance, who kicks it up towards the center circle. Knockhazel has it. She kicks it to the near side to Weston. Weston gets trapped up, has to kick it back to Knockhazel. They're moving backwards. She kicks it up to Nielsen in the center circle. Nielsen's pass intercepted by Callie Dahl, and she kicks it up, and her pass intercepted by Tinley Reisig. Reisig at the halfway line tries to kick it past Dahl and can't. Dahl gets the foot on it, kicks it past the halfway line, and now Reisig and her battling. Reisig gets that win, and then it gets kicked away by number 31, Avery Hill. Or I'm sorry, 21, Molly Parker. And up on that far side touchline, they were tight roping it, but Nielsen, the last one to touch it at the 20-yard line. So the throw-in goes quick to Bailey Wright and then kicked up by Addie Weston. The wind picks it up as we have 10 minutes to go. And just a low ball from 20 yards out, wasn't very strong, easily saved by Aislinn Donahue. Donahue at the edge of the goal box, drop kicks it. It's not as far as her earlier one. She might be getting a little tired. Perfect timing, though. Annabelle Knockhazel goes off her head, and then off to Delaney Sullivan, who has to kind of get it off the ricochet of number 31. She passes it up to Blue Blackburn, and the ball goes past Blue, past everyone, and into the goal box, into the hands of Peyton Yost. Nothing's over till it's over, but a 2-point win, oh my goodness, a 2-point lead with 9.5 minutes to go is as good as you can hope for, as Bailey Wright puts a foot up in the air, and when she does, gets knocked over by Mason Morton. And a whistle there, no yellow card, but a free kick from the 35-yard line, and Bailey Wright's going to take it and not wait for any lines to get set up or anything. She takes the shot, and it's going to go left, and it's going to go into the hands of Aislinn Donahue. Right there was Cale Starkey, yes, but Starkey wasn't there in time. Donahue again drop kicks it underneath the leg of Avery Hill, and then into the attacking third. Delaney Sullivan, a good lead, and offsides. They call that was a late call. And even Knockhazel puts up her hand saying that was 2 minutes ago, man. That was a late call if I've ever seen one. So now a free kick from the defending third of Douglas. Doesn't go very far. Goes to the center circle as Nielsen puts a foot out in the air. And then Douglas gets it back, clears it deep. Tinley Rice, it goes past her. Now Morton has it. Morton in the defending third, and they're going to call a yellow card. And a yellow card on who? Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's just holding up his hand. It looked like he pulled out a card. They're saying that Bailey Wright was pulled to the side by Tinley Reisig. So a free kick from the logo on the 20-yard line, about 25 yards out. The ball high, but Aislinn Donahue there to corral it right in the middle of the goal. Well placed by number 3, Bailey Wright, but can't get past Donahue with those moves. Donahue's kick goes high, and Blue Blackburn has to save it from going out of bounds, and she does, but she was stepping out of bounds as she did so, right in front of our photographer, Carl Cody. And for those of you listening that are fans of the Lander Tigers and Lady Tigers, whatever pictures we get from state will be available to print and buy off of our Pixie set. If you don't know how to get there, I can't tell you right offhand because it's like Pixie set / something. But we will get that information. I'll put it out on yotoday.com with some pictures later today, hopefully, as we're going to get the recap of both these games and the Riverton game up on YO Today later on when I kind of cozy into the hotel. Douglas gets the ball into the attacking third, but stolen away by Weston. Weston has been pretty much everywhere today. She moves towards the near side and does a nice move to get back into the middle, going past number 9, Sydney Peasley, the senior. And now all the way towards the middle third. Tinley Reisig has it, almost gets tripped as she's trying to push it towards the middle, and it gets stolen away by Callie Dahl. Dahl now works on 2 different players. Georgia Chance ends up stealing it, kicking it up, and right at Annabelle Knockhazel. Knockhazel stopped it a little hard and has to go backwards. And now Reisig with a whiff as she was trying to kick it deep. And over there on that far side, her and Macy Engel battling on the far side touchline goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tinley. The throw in. And Engel going to take a high kick as it gets back to her. I think she was looking to cross, and the ball goes way too far and out of bounds on the far side, on the near side touchline. So it went all the way across. Reminder after this game, Cody versus Rollins. Number 1, Cody putting a beat down on Lander earlier this month and did it again last month too. Both games ending 4-0. Cody, the last time they lost was to Lander in the state tournament 2 years ago. So just imagine that. You haven't lost for 2 seasons, and you're the number 1 seed. And, I mean, everyone is looking at you to win, but Lander is looking to get to this second stage. That's all they care about, and it looks like they might with 5:30 to go. Douglas kicks it out the right back of the goal line as Mason Morton ready to take this goal kick. Sub coming in for Douglas. They have to wait, and that's Brooke Wright coming in for that senior we just mentioned, Sydney Peasley. Seniors, for a senior-ridden team, they have not put very many seniors out there. Mason Morton from the E of the Wolves over the head of Knockhazel, but poorly kicked, almost out of bounds. Blue Blackburn saves it. Blackburn kicks it up, and Avery Hill stops it from going any further and stops at the halfway line. Nielsen now up to Knockhazel in the middle of the third, in the middle pitch, and it didn't work. Douglas ends up clearing it high and back towards the defending line. Bailey Wright gets a foot on it, over to Macy Pyle. Pyle and Atnip are battling on the near side. Who's it going to go out on? Last touch by Atnip on that near side, right in the middle of the attacking third. And these Cody girls getting ready to play here. Clouds are definitely around and covered up the field. We haven't had sun this entire game. And getting out of the middle third, Knockhazel just trying to push it, and she can't. Gets pushed away by Douglas. Crossing the center circle, Delaney Sullivan, a good move to put Douglas on their butt. This one not offsides as her pass to Blue Blackburn is good. Blue has to stop, ends up tripping accidentally Kale Starkey, and then the ball keeps rolling right towards the goalie, who just kicks it deep at the halfway line. Is Anna Nielsen to stop it, though. And off the ricochet, Douglas kicks it deep, and now Atnip has it on this near side right at the 20-yard line. She had a long time to wind up and didn't kick it very far, about 15 yards. Tatum Moore stops it. Now a long kick, I'm talking 30 yards for Brooke Wright. And Brooke Wright gets pushed on her kick, so they're going to give this free kick to Brooke. That was Gilly Wheeler, and I believe that's the second time something similar has happened. And Delaney Sullivan, better be careful. She might get a yellow card talking the way she's talking to the ref. I don't know what she's saying, but she's saying it with a smile as she kicked it a little bit too far for Brooke Wright to get to. 3:20 to go here. Brooke Wright with 4 Lady Tigers in front of her from the 26-yard line. She kicks it left, and putting a foot on it is Douglas, but it goes up and out the back of the goal line. Who was that? That was Bailey Wright, who put a big bicycle kick in the air and just couldn't get it in time. I am unsure if we're going to have our players of the game up here today, as I'm sure they all have plans and they have to abide by a schedule. The goal kick from Aislinn Donahue doesn't go very far. Mason Morton didn't kick that one. Mason playing defense, though, as the ball comes right up towards her. She doesn't have to do anything as Annabelle Knockhazel gets to it first. And she turns around and kicks a good pass for Delaney Sullivan. And instead, I'm looking at the Cody team. The Douglas team kicks it back to their goalie, who kicks it deep and right past the center circle. Nielsen almost steals it from Macy Pyle. Pyle now with a long kick, and that's going to go into the goal box from the 50-yard line. 135 seconds to go here. Drop kick by Donahue right at the center circle. That was right down the middle. And Tinley Reisig running with a full head of steam, jumps in the air and kicks that one far as Douglas now kicks it out of bounds. And Lander looking to put up one more if they can before the end of this game. Again, goal scorers today, Delaney Sullivan on a PK off of a handball that was obviously inadvertent, no handballs on purpose. And then the other one by Blue Blackburn off a great assist by Delaney Sullivan. And now as the ball enters the goal box, number 4, Callie Dahl just kicks it out of bounds. And so instead of a corner kick, it was right at the flag. Instead of a corner kick, Knockhazel going to throw it in right from the corner. 90 seconds to go. The throw in over the head of 2. Delaney Sullivan puts a foot on it and then kicked back out of bounds by Douglas again. And no ball girl is there, and Annabelle Knockhazel has to go get the ball herself. The wind is taking it, and the wind's taking it far, so we're just itching time off the clock. No one's helping her. There's a ball girl right at the halfway line that didn't run up and get it, and that was way, about 30 yards did Knockhazel have to run on that track. Now she throws it in off the head of Starkey and goes out the back of the goal line, so now we'll have a little bit better opportunity with a corner kick here. 54 seconds to go. Knockhazel going to take this corner kick as the flag is whipping behind her. So wind at her back. Got to be careful with that. She puts it up high and goes towards the right of the goal. Ooh, off the goalie's hands and out the back of the goal line. So they're going to do this again. And right after she sees how much effort she needs to put into the ball, she gets a second chance. And here we go again. This one a little bit harder. And again off the hands of the goalie, this time up in the air and saved, though. And with 20 seconds left, she just rolls it out to Bailey Wright. And Bailey Wright stops. Oh, Bailey Wright gets tripped up by Anna Nielsen, and we're going to have a clock stoppage with 15 seconds, and Nielsen's going to get a yellow card. And you can hear the boos from the Lander team. 13 seconds to go. I guess Douglas didn't know that, and I don't think Douglas even wants these last 13 seconds. Delaney Sullivan arguing with the ref as Nielsen has to come out. Stanbury comes in. Delaney Sullivan tells everyone just hold back. There's no reason to be. I'm trying to listen to what the ref's saying. It is kind of far away, but he's saying to Coach Getz that she put a foot knowingly into the moving legs of Bailey Wright. So with 13 seconds to go, Douglas probably just going to try and take this free kick from the 50-yard line and just put it in the goal, but it won't matter very much. Clock starts again. Free kick is from the 50. Doesn't even make it to the 10-yard line. Knockhazel kicks it up in the air. Back and forth, a couple Lander players go trying to pass it to each other, and Bailey Wright steals it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. She gets it off, and the Lady Tigers have won. And they have won their first game of the state tournament. And they will be moving on tomorrow to play Buffalo. And that game will be at 2 p.m. at Green River High School, where we were just at for the boys' game. And just looking at the goals for the season, Lainey Sullivan has now reached 20 goals. Blue Blackburn, the freshman, has 7. I'm going to see if I can go grab one of them. I understand if I can't, but I will be right back on WYO Today's YouTube page right after this.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Some say healthcare is a calling. Taking care of others. It's who we are. It's what we do. And what we love. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been here. For the expected and the unexpected moments in life. As one of the region's largest employers, we're investing in our communities through donated services and charitable contributions. We're investing in our people, technologies, and facilities, so better care is more convenient and available to everyone, right here, close to you and the things that matter most. From maternity through maturity, from pediatrics to primary care, we're making a difference by improving life and health in our communities we love. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Welcome back to a Click It or Ticket postgame show that has seen a win by the Lander Lady Tigers in the first round of this 3A state tournament here in Green River. And those goals that brought it up to 2-0, Delaney Sullivan in that first half had a PK, and that was good, obviously, as the Douglas player was waiting for a ball to come down, and when it bounced up, it hit her right in the hands, right in the penalty box, and that meant that Delaney got a free look at the goal, and she took it for her 20th goal of the season. And then Blue Blackburn in the second half, I didn't write down a time, I should have, but right around midway through, it felt like Delaney Sullivan was getting double teamed as she was moving towards the left wing of the goal box. As she entered the goal box, the goalie kind of came out and she got double teamed by 2 Douglas defenders. She found the perfect pass right to Blue Blackburn that put her right in front of the goalie, and she put it in with her left foot, and that's how we got to 2-0. I'm going to talk to 2 players of the game after we get them up here. They are talking with Coach Getz right now, and that is more important than them talking to us. So we'll be back in 1 second right here on Wild Today's YouTube page with our Papa Murphy's and Gatorade players of the games.
Hey there, how's your day going? Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Natural Health Solutions.
Sorry about that. Welcome back to our Click It or Ticket postgame show. I'm joined here by our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Blue Blackburn, who got her 7th goal of the season. But as a freshman, how's it feel to get a goal in a state tournament on your first attempt?
It was really, really fun. I just felt super proud of myself. I obviously had a couple of shots, but I just feel like it was my job as a forward to try and go get those shots, and I'm really proud of myself and my team that we were able to put one in the back.
Well, and you know, for most of the game, you guys were getting good pressure, but every now and then someone would stop moving, and then those passes would go awry. But right there, when they started to double Delaney, you didn't give up. You kept following and chasing the ball, and she found a perfect pass right between 2 players. What's going through your mind as you see that ball, like slowly in your mind, coming right to your feet, and then you got the goalie right in front of you?
It's really nerve-wracking because obviously you don't want to like hit it over the net, but just like take a deep breath, and it went well. Me and Lainey just like to move around in the forward position, so when I saw her moving to over in my position, I just went center, and it just kind of happened from there.
Well, hey, as a freshman, there's only one way to go, and that's up. And for the rest of this weekend, we're going to be watching you, making sure that you keep up with this performance, because this is a way to come out, and this is a way that people are going to remember your name. And I think tomorrow when you play Buffalo, they're going to watch footage and they're going to know, hey, it's not just Delaney, it's also Blue, and it's Annabelle. Tell me a little bit about the middle of the field. They've had to kind of load manage Annabelle as well as Georgia, and that gives you kind of more possession time kind of in the middle. You get to play midfield a lot more than attacking.
Mm-hmm. Especially with Annabelle playing a forward now instead of a midfield, I kind of found myself playing both a forward and a midfield, it's been just like really fun being able to play both because I have more time with the ball, I have more options, and I think that this layout of our players has been like really, really beneficial for the team.
Well, hey, sorry that your brother didn't get the win today, but you did. What did Coach Getz say to you? And then I'll let you, what did he say after the game? And then I'll let you go.
He just wants us to keep up the hard work. Whether it's Cody or Rollins tomorrow, he just wants to make sure that we have some good competition and that we put our best foot forward.
I have you guys playing oh, you guys are game 3. I'm an idiot. You are going to play Cody or Rollins tomorrow. I thought you were playing Buffalo, and I've been saying it the whole game. My apologies to Wild today. I was looking at the boys, and that's why. But Blue Blackburn, our Papa Murphy's player of the game, thank you very much. Let's hand that over to our Gatorade player of the game. And that is going to be Tinley Reisig. I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. I am saying that right? Yes. Tinley Reisig.
Yes, you are.
And the defender has had a lot of pushing and shoving today. That was a physical game, but you stayed with it even though those girls were about a head taller than you.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the time people underestimate me for my size, but what I think makes a really strong defender is, being able to work with your back line well, and I'm really, really lucky to have Mason on my side and Allie and Gilly with me and my midfielders to help me push through physicality. So. Yeah, and physicality was the name of the game today because I know in the boys' game there was a couple yellow cards. Right there at the end, was that you that got a yellow card? No, that was Anna Nielsen.
That was
earlier
you.
in the
that
game.
Was Nielsen.
Earlier in the game, she had gotten a warning about coming from the behind, and it just kind of seemed like the ref was a little angry at her, and so she got a yellow card, but it was because she had a warning earlier in the game.
You were right there in front of her. I was making sure it wasn't you because I didn't see anything. But tell me a little bit about what you are what's going through your mind when you're defending and you're kind of sitting back with Mason, and Mason's got the leg that she likes to kick it deep, but I've seen you get the ball, and instead of kicking it and clearing it, you try and go at people. Is that part of your mentality?
I think it depends on the play. I think one thing that Scott and Skylar, our coaches, have done a really good job of doing with us is making sure that we combine as a team. So rather than, in my position, booting it up the field, I think it's better to distribute out wide, or, if people are running at you, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to get the ball out of your half.
I'm sure. Well, we're hoping for an upset here, as I foolishly, again, thought that you guys were playing Buffalo tomorrow. But you guys are going to play the winner of this game starting here, Cody and Rollins. I'm not going to put money on it because that's illegal, but I would say that Cody's probably going to come away with this as a victor. Knock on wood. Let's hope that they get upset. But you guys have played Cody twice. Mm-hmm. You've been shut out twice. Mm-hmm. What do you do differently tomorrow if you have Cody?
Well, I think that the first time we played Cody was one of our very first conference games, and even then in our second game, we held them so well the entire game, and I think overall as a team, we've gotten so much better over the season, and, in our last game, we just had a few bad minutes, and Cody's a good enough team that they took advantage of that, and so I think that moving into our next game, we're just going to keep doing what we've been doing because we have the footwork and the physicality, and we have the defense and the offense to beat them, so I think we'll just keep doing what we've been doing and, doing what Scott and Skylar have been telling us to do, and it all come together.
Awesome. Are you guys all staying here in Green River, Rock Springs, Little America?
We're staying in Rock Springs.
Okay. Well, hey, have a safe drive back. I will get you your Gatorade tomorrow. It's in my
Thank
car.
you.
But Gatorade player of the game, Tinley Reisig. And I feel like we should have had you up here earlier in the season, but there's always so much going on. But We'll get you guys more tomorrow, hopefully, against Rollins. But good luck tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union, Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
And yes, welcome back to the Green River Wolves Stadium. Wolf Den is what it's painted as, so I'm going to call it the Wolf Den, but the middle school down here having a better press box than the high school because this used to be a high school. So this is where we will be tomorrow for the boys game. Let me make sure here, as I already misspoke stupidly the whole game. Yes, the boys game tomorrow at 9 a.m. will be right here at Lincoln Middle School, and the girls game tomorrow at 4 p.m., not 2 p.m., 4 p.m., not 2 p.m., and they will face the winner of this game that we're about to watch here, Cody versus Rollins. Again, Cody has not lost a game in 2 seasons, so if Rollins, the 4 seed that had a season record of 3-9, if they come out here and win this game, that would be probably the biggest upset of the weekend, and that's including 4A as well. Speaking of 4A, it is 1-1 in the Riverton game versus Cheyenne East, and now they are in extra time. So be sure, as soon as I sign off here in just a second, go and show your support for Wild Today Media and go back to our YouTube page and check in with what's happening out in Rock Springs, as we are going to have either an upset as the Riverton Lady Wolverines were favored in that game, or we're going to have what everyone expected, and that's the Riverton Lady Wolverines moving on to the next stage in the winner's bracket. And as for this game, it is over, and I am Shawn O'Brate. This has been a really fun day. We'll do it all again tomorrow. Can't wait to see you then. And if you make it out to Green River, be sure to give me a holler out here, as I've had a lot of fans and parents give me a lot of what's-ups, and I'm meeting everyone that we can. So we will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. right here on Wild Today's YouTube page. Thanks for listening. This has been Shawn O'Brate.